Alright, we're at Lowe's, starting the snorkel, getting all the stuff. I got 90 for the snorkel, 2-inch pipe, 45, and 2 rubber things for the flex hose that we got. We came here yesterday and got some of this stuff, so. Alright, we got all the stuff that we needed, and yesterday we got this and this spa hose, which I'm gonna use to run from the air box to the plastics. And we got all those connectors back there to run the vent lines. And yeah, we're about to go to one more store, pick up the rest of the stuff we need, some silicone, and yeah, we'll pick up the camera once we get there. Alright, we had to stop at Zaxby's, get some food, and then we just finished shopping, and we got some like silicone, and yeah, that should be all we need. I should have the rest of the stuff that we need, and yeah, we'll pick up the camera once we get home. Alright, we didn't record that much, but we got the airbox out, we got everything disconnected up here. We didn't really record how we did it, but like, it's just 2 push pins, you can disconnect the snorkel and all that. And just a few other small things, crankcase, breather, and yeah, you just disconnect all that, and now we're cleaning the airbox off, so we'll pick up the camera once we get the airbox finished. Alright, this is what we're using to seal the airbox up. I don't know if you can read that on there, can you? Yeah, just silicone. Got it from the hardware store. It's over here. This is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna, I didn't clean this the best, but most people take the boots out. This is what we did when we snorkeled my brother's 4-wheeler. But I'm just gonna run like a bead along the edge and all around it. I'm just gonna seal the whole outside and a little on the inside, because I don't feel like taking all the boots out and stuff. But I cleaned it off like the best I could. So we're just gonna do like this all around it, and we'll come back and smooth it in with our finger. Now my hands are gonna be dirty. Yeah, but you just gotta smooth it in, fill all the gaps, make sure there's nothing, no points where water can get through there, and it should be sealed all the way. Alright, we're gonna do this for all the rest of the boots, and then we'll pick up the camera. Alright, we got the airbox sealed up. You can get a view over that. Here, over that. We just kind of went all around it so that if it did crack in places, it won't. Well, it's less likely to crack if you get it all over the thing. So we're gonna let this dry, and then we got this tightened down over here. This is how I'm pretty sure, I'm not like 100% on this yet, but this is how I'm pretty sure we're gonna do it. We're gonna put this 1.5 inch into the stock boot, 1.5 PVC, I think that's what that is, and into the stock boot, into this rubber thing, and then run flex 2 up under here. Right now I got it sitting under the I got the flex tube running up under there like a stealth snorkel right now, and I don't know if I'm gonna do it because I think I got the wrong size pipe, so it's like it's 2-inch, but I don't know if that's gonna look too big or not, so I might have to get some new pipe, or I might just keep a stealth snorkel for now. But yeah, it's coming along, so we just gotta let this dry and figure out how we're gonna mount this thing on there.
It's gonna be this tall.
We're gonna have it like half that height, but I might have to find some form of like bracket to make for it to mount right there. Yeah, we're just letting this dry, and we'll pick up the camera once we get to the next step of it, or whenever something happens. Alright, so I haven't picked up the camera in a while. I should have, but I just kind of got focused on working. This is still drying over here. I mean, it's pretty dry. We're just letting it dry a little bit more so we don't break some of the seal on that. And we got this tube run that's gonna connect the air box, which we're gonna have to work with that later. I did, which I should have picked up the camera for earlier. I fixed where the snorkel is gonna come out. So I just took one of these. All right, I lost this thing, but I got it now. So I took one of these and I just cut a hole. I did not have a drill to use, so I used this grinder over here for it, but I just used that and then I shoved this down in here. We got the flex tube stuff going up through there, and then I think you can kind of see it if I turn the handlebars. I got that, RTV'd it to the rubber thing right there, and I just put some of the 2-inch PVC through there, and then he's sanding this down real quick, getting it cleaned off so we can paint it. But this 40, I don't remember what degree it is, but like that's gonna go on there, and then we're gonna run the pipe up and then put the 90 on top. I'm thinking I'm gonna do all of this stuff right here, all this stuff black, and then I'm gonna put the 90, I'm gonna make the 90 pink. So yeah, we'll pick up the camera once we get to some more stuff. And if y'all want to see Owen's version of this video, he's somewhat making a video of this, I think, or gonna be in part of one of his videos. So yeah, if y'all want to go watch his version of it, you can go watch it at Honda Boat Customs. I'll leave it. I'll tag him in the description. So yeah, go watch his video. Alright, so we got the snorkel ran up to the plastics up there, and right now we're just kind of zip tying everything together. And well, right now I'm zip tying this snorkel up so I can keep it off the motor so it don't melt. Put some heat tape on it. We got the air box back in. I'm gonna seal the inside of that up some. Still gotta put the crankcase breather on. I ran a new vent line for the gas and ran all these up, and yeah, so here I'm about to give you a little like thing that I needed to know before I snorkeled for the vent lines. So you're gonna have to run your rear diff vent line. It's kind of dirty, I don't know if you can see it, but it's right here. You have to run that. If you have rear brakes, you can run your rear brake diff line, or vent line, what am I talking about? It's right under there, under those two cables. And you need to run your water pump. You need to run your water pump overflow. I just ran it up into another line out there. You need to run your gas tank. You need to run, I might have to run a radiator overflow thing. You gotta run, you see the, I don't know if you can see it, but the clear orange tube up there, it runs into the back right side of the radiator fan. It's a little thing that it plugs into back there. I can't really get the camera over there, but I don't know, it's impossible to get back there. But you gotta do that one, and you gotta get one, there's one on the top of the diff. I don't know if you can see it, but it goes right on the top of the diff and runs up to the back. And so yeah, the snorkel should be about that tall. I don't know if it's gonna be stable or not, but it should be about that tall with the vent lines. And yeah, we'll pick up the camera once we get some more progress on this thing and try and knock this snorkel out in the whole day. But yeah, we'll pick it back up in a second. Alright, so we basically got everything ran up. We got the air box all put back together. Everything's running fine. We just cranked it up and started fine. Now we just gotta basically put everything like ride ready, like ready to ride. And I'm gonna show you all real quick how to do your air box. So a lot of people silicone them, but we've done one other four-wheeler like this. We just put dielectric grease all around the edges, and yeah, so you can take it off whenever you need to. But I don't want to get this everywhere, so make sure is everything in there that we need, right?
Yep.
So you're just gonna put it on there. You're gonna push these clamps down. And get it pushed down on there, right? And then see if she starts having sounds right.